Hey guys, this is Daniel. So today I'm doing a demonstration of an urban setting in a slightly different technique that I have been using in some of my earlier videos. I will not be using a pencil background to start my sketch. Instead, I will be drawing with a pen without having to worry about tracing lines that I've drawn earlier. I just felt like it's a little bit freer and just off the cuff, and I just enjoy it a little bit more. So step number one is to locate the major elements of the drawing and only draw them out. Don't shade just yet. I want to find every single piece of the puzzle here and draw them out, and then later on I will come back and give them their respective depth, and I will hatch them and try to make them feel the way they appear in the drawing. So what I'm doing right here is I'm drawing the shape of the building and tracing out the chimney and different elements of it, so that we can compare different shapes and sizes, and we have a sense of proportion of different parts of the drawing with each other. So I'm drawing trees over here, which is a bit of a tricky thing to do. It's never easy to draw trees because you never really know where it's gonna go. I'm going to do a video about how to draw trees and the different ways in which that can be achieved. Right now I just kind of go with a scribbly line style, which you can sort of make denser or lighter depending on where you do the most scribbles. So as you can see, so far I'm only locating things, haven't really gone too deep in a rendering or shading, and this is what you could call, it's kind of like a line drawing before you proceed and make the sketch look kind of realistic. Right now it's all about finding these different parts of the drawing. Going to do some detailing here, showing bricks, and again we're not going into too much detail, we're just giving the appeal of masonry, just trying to draw a couple of bricks there that show different variations in color. It would be impossible to really go ahead and draw every single brick the way it appears in the photograph, but the idea is to give a distinctive personality to each surface of the sketch. Again, drawing some more bricks, some cobblestone pavers in the ground, and you will see that after we actually go ahead and shade this part of the drawing, it'll bring about it some personality. And then again, these are the roof tiles, and you don't have to draw them individually. They could just be, you could just show that they're there. Drawing another tree here. trees can be really fun and a pain at the same time because you have so little control over them. But I think if you really learn the technique of how to draw them, they can be really fun. Drawing some more bricks here, giving just a little bit detail. So what I'm doing right now is I'm hatching diagonally down, and that's kind of like the first instinctive type of hatching that I use. I mean, it could be anything really, but that's kind of how my hand goes, and then I will come back and hatch in the opposite direction, and that's how I will make it darker and more denser. This is completely black over here, as you can see in the photographs. I'm literally just coloring it here with I think it's like a 0.8 micron pen, and I'm just gonna completely paint this part of the drawing out. Just making it really dark over here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm literally shading the drawing the way you would do with a pencil, where you start at one end by applying more pressure and releasing the pressure as you go towards the other end, creating a gradient from darker to lighter. I know that it's a little bit tricky with a pen, but I just feel like hatching is not the only way that you can shade with a pen. I just figured out another way to do it. So try it out. Making it a little bit darker here. So one of the things that gives a very distinctive appearance in a drawing is variation. I really like to show variation from darker versus lighter. The contrast from dark to light can make a drawing really pop out. So as you can see over here, I'm doing what I just said a couple of minutes earlier. It's a shading technique from pencil, which I'm applying over here, where you apply more pressure at one end and you start to release the pressure, and you get that kind of a gradient type effect. This part of the drawing is going to be just completely dark, so I did one directional hatching, and then I did the other one, and now here's the third one. So when you start a hatch or shade over different details like brick and cobblestone or whatever the background pattern is, it actually makes them even more interesting, as you can see over here. So that was my demonstration of an urban setting sketch. Please let me know, what do you guys think, and if I should be doing more of these, or should I are you guys more interested in architecture, perspective drawings, whatever you guys are interested, please let me know. So this is the end of step number 2, which is shading, rendering, whatever you want to call it. Just making the drawing look more realistic, making it look more 3D. So there is also a step number 3, which you guys can either do if you want to bring in some color, if you wanted to have more of a personality, you can always do that, and that would be to try to use markers. I'm using 0 markers here. I know that they're cheap markers that I was able to find. I think I had at Walmart. I'm going to invest in some Copic markers. Don't worry about it. Probably someday. But the way that I use them, I just use them so roughly that I don't want to spend so much money and then kind of regret later on. So yeah, maybe I'll get to that point later. But these are actually pretty useful for this kind of a job. What I'm doing right now is trying to make the trees pop out a little bit so that you can easily spot where they are. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Please let me know if you like these types of drawings. What sort of drawings would you like me to do? I am an architect, so I like to draw architecture. So it's always going to be related to that in some capacity. And yeah, of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.